Right, I've started making a jig so I can get the centre boss into the centre of the rim. I've welded a stud underneath, sort of rotating welding pulley, rotating welding cable. The space that goes on there, that goes in. I've machined a little boss which will keep that in the centre. That's tightened down and it'll keep it nice and square, stop it moving about. Right, the wheel rim goes on and I can measure from there to the sides of the rim to get it in the centre. The size means nothing as long as the size is the same all the way around. These rims are made from a disused oxygen bottle. Oxygen cylinder. It's not round. It's nearly round, but it's not perfectly round. But for what it's going to be doing, it's certainly near enough. Right. That's the same all the way around. Clamp this down now, put a little nip on it. Now we'll measure again. Right, that's pretty good. Next thing I do, I'll weld tack some pieces onto there, just so when I put the next tyre on, it's going to just drop into place, and all I've got to do is weld the spokes in. I'll just clean the rags off these, and then we'll weld them into place. It's making the I want more wire noise. That's the happy MIG welder noise. Four of these should be sufficient. And these will just cut off and grind the plate flat again once I finish with it. Now we'll be able to drop our wheels in there, weld our spokes in with a good degree of accuracy. Like I say, it's a trolley for a stationary engine. It's not for the land speed record. But there's very little play on that, so they're all going to be within the same, more or less the same size. You're right, I welded it up without any arm protection on, but for the few little tack welds on there, it's not going to do us any harm. When I come to weld the spokes in, I will be wearing proper protective gear. Right, I've made a spoke. It's a decent fit into there so I can weld it in. I was undecided to put the spokes that way or that way. I think it'll look better that way, and I might even put a little rib across there on the outside the edge. But once I've got one made, I can set the milling machine up and I should be able to make them quite easily, quite quickly. We're going to have 5 spoke wheels. I got this big cut I given. That face is blunt, but that face is still nice and sharp. I knew I would find a use for it, and it's just the right diameter to cut their ends for the spokes. So what I'll do, that one is the right size, so I'll set my vice stop up so I can make them one after another. Right, the table's hitting the stop there. We'll move our job in. It's just touching the cutter. Nip the vice up. Set our vice stop. And that should be the job. That's the job set now. Right, we'll take that out. I've got a blank here. I'll curve one in, we'll put it in and machine it. You've just got a radius on the end, it fits the pipe. So we'll put our blank into the vise, tighten it up, and we should fix it this way, and once the table hits the stop, that should be the part finished. See, I've got to run nice and slow. The slower it'll actually go. A little bit of cotton oil. That's on the stop there. Take it out and see what it looks like. A nice curve on. Right, we need this divided into 5 for the 5 spokes. There's several complicated mathematical methods. I've got rotating tables, there's all kinds of methods, but what I've done, I've printed off a bit of a degree wheel off the internet, and I've cut it 72 degrees, so we're 72, 72, 72, right, so we've got 5 equally spaced marks, which will be for the centre of each spoke. I've got a nice block of steel there, which sets the spokes to the correct height where I want them. We'll go back up to the other shed, tack weld it all together and see what it looks like. I think it's going to be the dogs watch it. Looks a lot better with 5 spokes than it would have done with just 4. Some nice fillet welds in there, and we'll be able to grind them. The idea is to make it look a bit like a cast wheel, like they used to have in the good old days when things were made to look pretty. Right, I've got one tacked in. I'm going to kind of go opposite with them to try and keep any stress sort of even. I've got my spacer block under there. Oh, John, look. And we're just eyeballing the centre of each spoke up to the mark we put on off the degree wheel. Great, that's got it held nice and square against the block, straight in the centre. We'll get a tack on that. So having it on the rotating tail makes it nice and easy to weld. Right, we'll put one across here now. And now we'll put one here. You see the fit up's quite good, but it's not that critical. I mean, I can weld the cartridge out if I have to, but it'd be nice to have them as good as I can get. It's pretty good, certainly in the centre of the mark. Held nice and square, can't be anything else but square. I know I'm tacking up with no gloves on. I should be sent to hell for it. We'll come across here now, one into there. Yeah, the noise the welder's making, it's making nice welding noises, crackling bacon noises. It certainly looks like a wheel. I see I'll put some different fillets on the spokes on the outside and try and make it look a bit more like a cast wheel. 72, and that one's nowhere near. Right, we'll start again.